Hello everyone, welcome back to HadiTech web tutorials. My name is Ibrahim Hadi. So in our last video, we learned HTML headings, HTML links, and an HTML paragraph. So in this video, we are going more deeper into HTML. We are going to learn HTML images, HTML lists, HTML tables, HTML forms, line breaks, horizontal line, text formatting. So make sure you follow step by step and practice along with me. So we are going with the image first. We'll start with the HTML images. So in this video, I'll provide you with a comprehensive guide to using images in HTML, covering the fundamental image tag, essential attributes, styling, and best practice. In HTML, images are not technically embedded directly into the page. They are linked to the HTML document. The img, which is the image tag, creates a holding space for the referenced image. So the img tag is self-closing. If you remember in our second video after the introduction video, I told you in HTML code, whenever you open a tag, you close the tag. But in the case of the image, it closes itself. This is the tag, img is the tag with /. To display an image correctly, you must use at least two attributes, which is the source and alternative. So the source, which is shortened as src. So, and the alternative is alt equal to quotation. So this source, which is the src, it specifies the path or URL of the image you want to use. You understand? The path, if it's inside your system, your computer, then you call it here. But if it's a link on another website, you type the link where the image is. So for example, now let's get an image. Let's get an image to use. Okay, let's search for Google. Let's search for any image. Let's download it. Uh, okay, let's use this. Let's save it as image. Save. Good. I think it's in downloads. Look, the image is here. So I'll copy or cut it. Then I'll look for my folder, the tutorial folder we created yesterday is here, and I'll paste it here. So I'll go back to my code. So mind you, this file, the index.html file, is inside the same folder with the image. You understand? So you don't have to, you just call the name of this image, and which is image, and the extension is png. You can see it here. The extension, the type of the image is png. So we just write the name of the image, which is image.png. That is the extension. So the alternative text, this provide a text description of the image. It is essential to put it because of screen readers. You understand? Yeah, because of the screen readers. So let's say image tutorial from Hadi from HadiTech. Okay, then we save Control S. So we'll go back to our index, we open it. As you can see, this is so. Now let's change the name of this image. Let's play around with it small so that you guys will understand well. Let's change the name of this image from the folder, from the source, and then change its folder, create its own folder for it, which is, let's give it a name, logo. Okay, and let's create a new folder. Let's give it photos. Then we move it to a new folder. So if you go back to your browser and refresh, it will disappear. Why? Because you've changed the path of the image and the name of the image. So now to locate it back, you see this your index.html file is located here, and the picture we want to display is inside these photos. So first of all, we'll write the name of the folder, photos, with forward slash, telling him to enter this folder, forward slash. What is the name of the photo, the picture? Now we renamed it to logo, and the extension of the file is, the file type is .png. Okay, then we save it. After saving it, we'll go back to our browser and refresh. As you can see, now we brought it back. Okay, so now let's resize it. So let's give it a width of 1000 pixel with px, then a height of 1000 pixel also. So this will be very, very big. Let's check it out. After saving, let's check it out. As you can see, it is big. Make sure anything you do on your code, you save it and go back to your browser and refresh. Control R to refresh, and it will give you your updates. So this is big. Let's play around with it small. Let's reduce it to 100, or let's give it 200 width and 100 height. Control save, Control S to save. Go back to your browser and refresh. As you can see, let's give it the height of 250 now. 250. See, Control save and Control R to refresh. So I think you guys understand this image for now. So now let's move to the next topic, which is the HTML list. Okay, so the HTML lists are fundamental structural elements used to present information in a clear, organized, and easy to read format. They help organize related content such as navigation and menu. So we have three main types of lists in HTML, three main types of HTML lists, which are, let's say, types of HTML lists. We have the unordered list, we have the ordered list, and we have the description list. So these are the three types of lists we have. This on ordered list is used for groups of related items where specific order does not matter. By default, browser displays this with bullets. You understand? While the ordered list is used when sequence of items is important, such as step-by-step instruction or ranking. All browsers automatically number these items. So while the description list is used to present terms and their corresponding descriptions, making them ideal for glossaries. So let's get into practical on this. So under this, let's start with the unordered list. Let's start with the unordered list, which is by the name unordered. That's unordered list. So the tag will be UL unordered list. You open it and close it. So now between this open tag of unordered list and closing tag of unordered list, we have the list of items we want. So list number one, let's say li list. Let's put coffee. Let's say coffee. Another one still falls under li. Let's say tea. Then let's add the last one. Li. Let's put milk. So this is an unordered list. You understand? Let's save it and check our work. Then refresh. As you can see, it brings them out on bullets. You understand? Let me in bullet form. So that is it. Let's go on let's try the ordered list. As it is mentioned, ordered list should be OL. So between the opening tag and the closing tag of the ordered list, we'll put the list li. First li, let's coffee. Second one li, we have tea. Then the last one li, we have the milk. As you can see now, it brings it out numbered. So these are the difference. If you want to change the list numbering from, let's say, numbers to alphabet, is how you twist it. You just come to your code and write the type. Let's say A. Yeah. Type A. You do it to all of the lists and come back, save and refresh. You see, it changes it from A, B to A, B, and C back to alphabet. But if you need it in numbers, you either leave it in default, or if you put type 1, that's number, to still remain as numbers. You understand? So let's go to description list. Let's go to description list. So as I said earlier, description list is used to present terms and their corresponding descriptions, making them ideal for glossaries or metadata. All right, so let's go. Description list as it is DL description list. So DT, there stands for it defines the time. It defines the time on DL. Let's say fruits. Let's say fruits. Oh, sorry. Let's change it. Let's say HTML. HTML. So under it, we have DD. Let's put the meaning of the HTML. Text language. Okay. Let's have another DT. Let's have another DT. Let's say CSS. DD. Cascading style sheets. So let's save and see our work. Good. You can see. So now you see the three different lists we have. This is the unordered list. This is the ordered list, and this is description list. So let's move to the next topic, which is HTML tables. So tables, HTML tables are used to display data in rows and columns on a web page. You understand? So in table, we have a table container, table row, table header, and table data. In modern web design, we style tables with CSS, but we'll get there step by step. We'll get there. So let's write something on table. Let's do something on table. So you start with the opening tag and closing tag of the container of the whole table, which is table. Close it. So everything everything inside the table will fall between the opening tag and the closing tag, this opening tag and the closing tag of the table. So we have the table row. So anything you want to put in a row, you start with the table tr. The tag is tr. So the first row, let's use the first row should be the heading. So we have a th, that's the table head. Is the opening tag and the closing tag. If you observe well, the table row, that's the first row. We have the opening and the closing tag. So any table head, any head data will fall between these two table row. So let's use let's have a table of data that will collect data of someone. Let's say name. We'll have name, and let's have at least another table head. Let's say age, and let's say that's all. Okay, then the next row, we are going to fall the next to the next row, so that, which is table row, so that the data of name and age will be under the next row. So, which is, let's put table data. So now the first one here comes, the data comes for this, the name data. Let's see, Ibrahim. The next data, TD, for age, let's say 25. Let's save. Okay, then let's see our work. Check. This is the table. Okay, but now if you observe, it's on a tabular form, but we don't have border. There is no border. The lines that will separate, that will show you that it's a table. Okay, we'll go back to this, the opening tag of the table, and give it a border, Yes, give it 1. Okay, this is it. So that's it. If you want to add the heading from here, you have something to add, you add it, maybe address or anything, then you go to your first row after age, you add it. Let's say tr sorry, should be table head th, add address. When you go back, you see, so now there is no data, because in the next row we haven't given it a data, right? We didn't give it any data. That should be the next here. Let's see, Kano, or let's say Nigeria. You see, so that's it for table. And let's move to the next topic. Next topic is the HTML forms. So HTML forms are the primary ways users interact with websites to provide data, such as signing in, logging in, or submitting feedback. They act as a container using the form tag to collect various types of user input, which are text, numbers, checkbox, and so on. So let's write some code on form so that you understand how it works. So we'll start with the form tag. So you have your opening and closing tag, form tag, opening and closing. So everything about the form will fall between the opening and closing tag. Understand? So before then, we have input types, different types of input. So we have the text, email, password, number, date, radio button, checkbox, text area, a lot of them. So let's start with a label. As the name implies, label, you understand, it's a message to tell the user what to do in the form. So label, let's say for name. Okay, then next to it we have the input. So the input type is, so we have different types. As I said earlier, we have the text, email, password, number, date, and so on. So let's, for name, should be text. You get it? Should be text for name. Let's go to the next. As label. email. Let's go for email. The inputs, the input type should be email. Yes, so that the browser will know it's collecting an email from this input. You get? So the next, let's go with password, label, password, then the input should be the type, should be password. Sorry, password. Then we'll go with a button. Okay, let's go with, let's try on touch all of the, some of the, most of the types. So label, age, the input should be type, should be number, because yeah, age deals with number. Next, let's say label, let's use date of birth, date of birth, input, input should be type, should be dates. Yeah, the type should. And let's go. Let's next put gender. That's label. Sorry, label gender. So this, we're using the radio input. As you select the radio input. Understand? Input. The type should be radio. I'll put mail here. Then we go another input. Should be female. Then let's try the checkbox type. Checkbox type is input, input type checkbox. Then should be, let's say, I agree to terms. Let's use that. Okay, for now, let's, okay, let's check the next, the last type. Let's say text area. Text area. Now, this is it. Let's put label first. Label for it. Label. Describe yourself. Let's save. Control S to save. Then let's check our work. We'll control refresh. You see? Let's zoom it out. These are the forms. This will input text, and this will accept email. This will accept password. You see, anything you type is hidden password. This will accept only numbers. This will accept dates. You can select dates. This will accept gender. You see, checkbox, radio, and this is checkbox. I agree to the times. Okay, so let's move to the next topic, line break. So this line break is just as simple as ABC. It's just short. A line break is created using the BR tag. It tells the browser to immediately stop the current line of text and move the following text to the next line without creating a new paragraph or adding extra vertical space. That's a line break. So let's write something on it. Okay, now if you check our work, they are all on the same row. You understand? Okay, let's break them down. Let's break everything down. From this link, let's use the PR tag. It's used to break lines. So now it will break this image will come below the image will come below this link. Okay, as you can see. Then let's do the same with all these form. After input, let's put after name input, let's put the break line. Let's do it for the same one from email. Let's do the same on password. Let's do the same on age. Let's do the same on date of birth. Let's do the same on gender. Let's do the same on checkbox and save it. As you can see, this is it. I see now it has broken the lines, has broken all the lines. So okay, this we have a mistake here. I'm just observing a mistake. This table is supposed to be ahead of this form. So the mistake we made is we put all the form inside the table. So let's fix this mistake. From the form, we cut it and take it outside the table because the form is independent on its own. So you can see. So after the table, let's have a space here. Let's have more space. You see, we have a space. So I'm going to end the video here, so that in our next video we'll continue from horizontal line and text formatting. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.